Hello, I'm Steven, the calculator guy, and today we're going to do a video that's probably not like any other video that I've ever done. It's not really going to be focused on a protocol, but more of a question that I get asked a lot, and I used to get it asked even more frequently, but here it is. So people ask me frequently in like my Twitter DMs and on Discord and a lot on Telegram when I use Telegram a lot more. Steven, how can I retire with crypto? How can I quit my job? I need to make enough to quit my job. And I mean, come on, how much pressure is that on me to give you an answer to that question, right? I mean, how much do you have saved up? What kind of APR do you need? What percent of your current savings can you live off of? I mean, there's a lot of questions that go into answering that. And I think the reason why I got this question was because I was able to do it, right? I was able to leave my jobs and work in crypto. And there's a few things that you guys have to understand about that. One, I lost a bunch of money initially. Now, I didn't have a bunch of money. I was a teacher, right? I was a teacher providing for a family of four. That was the only source of income was me as a teacher. And so we didn't have money saved up, but I played with stocks and options and was twiddling around with crypto a little bit. And I just got super lucky. I got into Strong Block. Strong Block took off. It provided consistent income for me. COVID hit. I decided to quit my job because I didn't want to abide by the rules that they were imposing on me. So I said, nah, I'm going to leave. And my wife backed me up on that, which was very gracious of her, considering we were only making like $3,000 a month from Strong Block at the time. And I live in a super expensive area. So that was not nearly enough to live off of. But she believed in me and ended up working, right? So I quit before I should have. Or I quit on faith, and I can't recommend anyone do that. You would have to make that own decision for you, because that's a terrifying thing to do. And I didn't just quit because of the job, right? I mean, I did, but I didn't just quit without knowing what I was going to do. I quit knowing that if I work my butt off, if I grind like crazy, then I can probably make this work. Because at that point, I had made a calculator or two. I was sort of bringing revenue for it. I could start to see my place in this space. And I knew that if I just jumped into the deep end or took the dive or took a leap of faith, that I would have no choice but to succeed. I would literally have no choice. It's either let my family slide down into squalor or make this work. And I had to make it work. So I worked my butt off to do that. And so I guess more practical advice here, right? If you're starting off and you don't have that much money and you can only, sort of take these bets on small chips and hope that they do 2x, 3x, well, there are ways to do that, and they're risky, and I don't like even talking about them because most people are going to fail at them. But if you are the kind of person who can actually work your butt off and grind like crazy and you have good intuition, then here's what you do, right? You go into Telegram groups, investing Telegram groups, you find the smartest people. And you continuously ask them questions, and you continuously follow what they do. And how do you know a person's smart? Well, they ask smart questions and they give smart answers. They don't always give you investing advice, but when they do talk about investments, you watch those investments, and if those investments are consistently winners, those are the kind of people you want to surround yourself with. And you find out which circles they're in. Like, what other groups are they in? I just ask them. You can't be shy if you want to win. Ask them where they're getting their information from. Ask them how they do their research, okay? Are they surrounding themselves with even smarter people? Get into that group. Get around the smartest people in the room. Find out where they hang out and go there. You want to be around the smartest people you can be, and you want to be following their moves. Because if you just listen to an ape in a Discord or God forbid, Reddit, who just tells you to jump into this one thing and you do it and then you just get burned, well, that's not really, maybe you're paying tuition, right? I definitely paid tuition. I started on Reddit. That is a terrible place for crypto, in my opinion. It's a terrible place for DeFi. Telegram, much better. Discord, in the right places, much better. Crypto Twitter, okay. If you're following the right people, can be great. So again, the strategy here is consistently follow and track down the smartest people, engage them in respectful conversation, try to find the people that they follow and continue to curate that process. Grind, grind, grind. And the next one is, of course, whitelist, pre-sales. Whenever you get a tip from an intelligent person or a reliable source about a pre-sale or about a token that might launch in the future, or if you see a season or trend like node season or ohm fork season or tomb fork season, and you can get in early, go ahead and do that. Now, some of these will be rugs, but that's why you have to talk to the smart people. Even better yet, talk to the devs, get to know the devs, see where the devs are from, listen to the AMAs. That's going to be really helpful in vetting these projects. Like, for example, in terms of node forks, I'm not advocating for any particular node fork, but there are node forks that pop up out of one day and no one saw them and people just ape in and they get rugged, right? Then there are other node forks that have been working for months. It's not to say they're going to be successful, but they may see a day one, day two pump, and those ones would be things like Lava or Aleph or the Red Light District one, or Red Node District, whatever it was. Like, these kind of things, they work really hard on their projects. They release them. A lot of communities have already bought in. They've already done a bunch of AMAs. Yeah, of course those things are gonna bump. They're gonna go up on the first day, and that's what happens, right? And you can chase those sort of things. Yes, it's really difficult. Yes, it's really stressful. Yes, it's insane amounts of work if you want to get the whitelist. But that's the kind of incredible work you have to be doing if you want to make it from a very small bank account or a very small initial investment. You gotta get lucky and you have to work your ass off, right? Like, tirelessly. It's a full-time job to make it. And so that's one scenario. You have to make it with a small amount of money. Next is like you don't mind your job. You're doing all right. You just want to increase your total funds. You want to start building up a nest egg for the future. You want to start sort of like a crypto savings account. Well, I mean, just check this out, right? My whole shtick right now is like, I'm mostly the stablecoin guy. People look to me for like bluer chip plays, steady income streams, stuff like that. So this is my portfolio. It's doxed on the Patreon. If you're not a Patreon member, you're not going to understand what's even going on here. You're just going to see a bunch of random stuff. You're probably going to be able to pick out a few of these things. And they're not all super winner plays, right? Some of them, like I just bought back into Adam Osmo. Terrible timing, but I like Adam, so we'll see. I'll hold on to it. But basically, like, my portfolio is getting between 2 and 5% per month, and that's enough for me. Like, that's good. That's great savings. Imagine you have a job, and imagine someone's like, hey, I'll give you a 20% raise. Yeah, of course you would take that, and you'd be super excited about that. Well, that's effectively what I'm trying to do, is give you a 20% raise. So allow you to build a portfolio that's going to get you between 20 and 40% per year relatively consistently. Like, that's a really tall order. I don't know if I can perform that well, but I'm trying to, right? I'm trying to do that with my portfolio, and that's sort of what I've doxed. Of course, I started in February with a fully doxed new portfolio. I'm still getting residual income from other passive projects, but I didn't want to include that because I thought that would be cheating. Anyways, like, you can do that if you're okay with your income, if you're okay with your job, and you just want to supplement it. That's a smart thing to do. What's not smart is if you like your job and you're making income that's getting you by, and you want to go in and gamble with it, right? You have maybe you have like $2,000, $1,000, $500 of income to invest per month, and you say, okay, gamble money, and you go out and you gamble it, and you lose more than you win, because that's what's going to happen most of the time when you gamble. Why do that? Why not take that money and just let it grow by 20, 40% over the year, right? I mean, there's even better opportunities than that, but they could be a little bit more risky. You're just going to be doing better over time, and that's going to compound, right? 20% this year, 20% next year, 20% the year after that, and that's like the lower range. My usual cutoff is for stable plays is like, is it doing better than Anchor? If it's doing better than Anchor, then I'm all about it. I'll look into it and I'll see if it's consistent. So that's what we look for. Now, if you already built the nest egg up, if you're like, okay, I've got $1 million, $2 million, $500,000 to invest. All I'm looking for is to make $40,000 a year and sort of retire off that. Fine, I can help you, right? We can do that. We can build you a strategy to hopefully have enough passive to live off of if that's your goal. Like that's feasible. But most people who are asking the question, like, how do I retire off crypto? What they want is for me to tell them what the next 1,000x is going to be. And they just want to throw $1,000 in there, make $100,000 and do that 10 times, make $1 million. Like that's what they're looking for. And that's just impossible. If anyone could give you that consistently, like one, they're either an insider who's probably dealing with some shady stuff, or two, they're a savant and they're making billions of dollars and they're probably very difficult to access. That's not me. I can't do that for you. But I will hopefully give you some tips and I'll try to allow you to learn from my mistakes. When I first started investing, I had a group of friends, or like 7 of us, maybe 8 of us. And, you know, we lost a few times. And I think there's only 2 of us now who are still investing, because the other ones just fell off one by one. And me and this other guy, we just kept going. And then, you know, we went from stocks into crypto, and from crypto into DeFi, and we sort of evolved with the space. And now he's doing very well with his trading, and I'm doing very well with what I'm doing. And I think the major difference is that we didn't quit. We lost, we got beat up, you know, our portfolios took a hit, and we just kept going. We just kept going, and we used each loss as tuition, each loss as a I mean, you've heard this speech 1,000 times from 100,000 different people, and that's because it's true. If you keep going, if you keep pushing through the losses, good things will happen. At least they can happen if you learn from that stuff. So I guess what I'm trying to say is it's possible for many people of many different walks of life to make it in crypto. I don't recommend quitting your job unless they're compromising your ethics, which was happening for me. And I had support from my wife, which I wouldn't have been able to do without, probably. So I hope you make it. If you want to talk, if you want to ask questions, yeah, you know, join the Patreon, send me a message, I'll talk to you. Or you join the free Discord and at me, you know, tag me, and I'll do my best to respond. Again, find Dreco talks about this. Dreco from Bourbon and Blockchain. He talks about this. He says, find your tribe, right? Find your group. Find the people that you find to be intelligent, that you find to be on the same wavelength as you, that you can connect with, that when you talk to them, it makes sense. You feel like, yeah, these are the right people. Find these trustworthy other individuals in the space, and then just grow with them. Continue to grow with them. Talk to them. Have conversations. Doubt them. Definitely doubt them, right? Have these back and forths. Don't let everyone get hypey together, and you'll do all right. But you can't do it alone, right? I think I have a poster here that says you can't save the world alone. I believe that. I'm in a Telegram group composed of like OG strong people and OG own people. They've been a massive help to me. My Discord is composed of 4. All my mods are from those groups. It's just you find the people that you click with, and you hold on to them, because that's the best resource in this space is people. Find smart people, communicate with them, find their people, keep climbing until you find the smartest people, right? Surround yourself with those people. Smart people will do well in a space that rewards intelligence, and I do believe that DeFi rewards intelligence. So that's all I got for you. It's a strange question, but this was my best attempt at answering it. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting me and for making my dream come true with DeFi and crypto. I will do my best to honor the gift that you guys have given me. Thanks.